As you may have noticed while browsing the internet, micro-celebrities can be a mixed bag. Some gain attention for their creativity, while others become known for controversy. In recent years, several niche creators, such as Rainbow Kitty 101, Chronic 999, Metalhead Logie, Smash Bandicoot, Scratchman 100, and Abigblueworld, have faced criticism for inappropriate or harmful actions. Problematic micro-celebrities often fade into obscurity after leaving the internet, while others continue maintaining an online presence despite ongoing allegations. Even so, their wrongdoings are often remembered for years, turning them into cautionary examples within their communities. I'll be talking about how people abuse multiple alt accounts to harass and harm others online, something that barely anyone talks about, despite how serious it really is. It's not just toxic behavior, it's a form of cyberbullying, which is a crime in many cases. A lot of these people use what's known as Sockpuppet accounts, a term even recognized on Wikipedia. It's used to describe fake accounts made to deceive others or evade bans, which brings us to block evasion. Many websites, including Fandom, Wikipedia, wiki.gg, and even Discord, strictly prohibit ban evasion, and for good reason. But despite the rules, some people still find ways to bypass bans and abuse the system to continue their harassment. You've probably heard the phrase "ignore the trolls," and sure, sometimes that works. But some trolls go far beyond just craving attention. They start committing cyberbullying and deliberately trying to ruin lives. Take Smash Bandicoot, for example. He's known for creating countless alt accounts to impersonate people and harass them non-stop. Abusing alt accounts isn't just irresponsible, it's unforgivable. It destroys your reputation, breaks trust, and leaves damage that can't easily be repaired. Even if someone tries to apologize or change, the truth is, once the damage is done, it's too late. People get tired of the same lies and excuses. That's why I'm making this video, to talk about problematic creators who haven't really been covered before, like Abigblueworld, Mundoraroxd, and Rory. And of course, we'll also talk about Smash Bandicoot, who went from a small-time creator to a notorious figure once his actions caught up with him. Since no one else has made a video about these people, aside from Smash himself, it's time someone does. Let's talk about Abigblueworld, now known as Gruxpin. I'll still call her Abigblueworld, since that's the name most people still recognize. She's essentially the precursor to Smash Bandicoot. Unlike her, Smash Bandicoot became a well-known controversial figure, largely thanks to Penguin Zero's video, but the pattern between them is unmistakable. In fact, this similarity has led to what people now call a Smash Bandicoot clone. It's an unofficial term for users who act just like Smash, obsessively targeting specific people, creating endless alternate accounts for revenge, impersonation, and raiding. These people rarely change or show remorse, and the damage they cause is usually permanent. In extreme cases, Fandom and similar platforms will outright blacklist them, as happened here. Now, let's dive into Abigblueworld's complicated history. She's a smaller-scale but notorious user known for vandalizing wikis, harassing users, and mass-creating alternate accounts to raid and evade bans. According to Miraz's database, her first major incident was vandalizing Loathsome Characters wiki on July 3, 2021. Oddly, she also targeted a Kirby wiki in 2022, roughly 4 weeks before her larger harassment spree began. Once her main account was banned, Miraz took the rare step of blacklisting the words Abigblueworld and ABBW, meaning no one can even type her name on the site anymore. From there, she escalated, raiding Wikitubia and Nickelodeon Wiki, allegedly creating over 3,000 alternate accounts to sneak back in. That's not an exaggeration, it's documented. But it didn't stop there. She also impersonated and harassed users, such as Axzellx, using the fake account Axzellx. Others included impersonations of former admins like Nisco and accounts based on other community members. To make matters worse, she even used offensive usernames containing racial slurs, bypassing filters, sometimes with the hard R, which made her situation even worse. Her wiki page notes that she's been doing this for years, vandalizing and renaming pages only to be caught every time. As of 2025, she's been repeating the same behavior for nearly 4 years straight. According to Vandalism Wiki, she also attacked Twird multiple times, first on December 11, 2022, then again in March and May 2023, becoming one of the main reasons the wiki was shut down. Here's an interesting side note. While unrelated to her case, I once spoke with a former friend of Swipe Forever, who told me about another person named Fantagralt_H, someone who spread misinformation and managed to take down several fandom wikis 6 times. So this pattern of destruction clearly isn't isolated. Anyway, back to Abigblueworld. In 2023, she tried to change under a new account called HoymanFlippers. She acted like she wanted to start over and be better, but it was far too late. An admin left her a message that perfectly explained the situation. "Hi, I've noticed that you've been trying to become a better user recently. A broken bar. While that is great, I have some issues with the way you went about this. You can't just come back after months of spamming and harassment and just expect everyone to shrug it off. You've caused a lot of problems here for a lot of different people. You can't just tell people that you're good now and expect them to go with it. You didn't even apologize, and whether you've changed or not, sock puppetry and ban evasion is still against the rules. You've done a lot of bad things, and you have to face the consequences of your actions. You could appeal, but I doubt it would do any good. You should have thought about this before going on a vengeful rampage. Your actions can have a big effect, and you need to realize that before you can truly change." That message says it all. People who rely on alt accounts and ban evasion rarely learn. They don't take accountability, and in the process, they destroy their reputation permanently. Even after that, she continued making alts, proving she hadn't really changed. Bonus note before moving on. About a month ago, I made a nutshell video about Rory, and at the end, I put both Abigblueworld and Smash Bandicoot at the end, since their actions are practically identical. Later, she actually acknowledged it, claiming "I'm not a Smash clone and I'm not horrible. Sorry to break it to you, but you are. Your actions speak louder than your words. Fooling around on wikis, impersonating people, and being banned from fandom over 1,000 times isn't something you can just laugh off." And to this day she's still active on the internet. Before I begin, yes, everyone already knows who Smash Bandicoot is. He's one of the few controversial users who went mainstream. Unlike most niche problematic figures, back then, he was just a small micro-celebrity, but once he caught public attention, everything blew up. There's already plenty of information about him out there, countless videos, discussions, and even full playlists like the Smash Bandicoot saga. You can easily find those online, but for this video, I'm not focusing on his usual controversies, like stalking Cartoonchai or abusing the copyright system. Instead, I want to talk about something that's often overlooked: his alt account raids, which were very similar to what Abigblueworld did. Smash Bandicoot is infamous for creating massive numbers of alternate accounts, especially for harassing and impersonating others. He reportedly made around 300 alt accounts under the name Wayyy, and yes, I was involved in tracking some of it. I discovered that he even joined Pyrocynical's Discord server, where he spammed the chat using multiple accounts. There's solid evidence showing a flood of Wayyy alts, and at one point, he even appeared in a Discord call video under that alias. But it gets worse. He targeted Cartoonchai's friends, harassing them in the most extreme ways possible, and even made alt accounts to pretend Cartoonchai was being held hostage. Yeah, was that insane? To this day, Smash Bandicoot is still active, still impersonating people, and still being talked about years later. His reputation remains one of the most infamous in internet history, and he hasn't shown any signs of stopping. I'll keep this part short, though, since this video is meant to focus on niche users, not mainstream ones you already see on YouTube every day. If you want to learn more about him, I highly recommend watching the Smash Bandicoot saga playlist I mentioned earlier. Since we've already covered Abigblueworld and Smash Bandicoot, you might be wondering, what if there was a Roblox version of Smash Bandicoot? Well, a broken bar there is, and her name is Mundoraroxd. She's one of the lesser-known controversial users, but don't let that fool you. Her behavior ranks among the worst. She's been stalking a user named Axzellx and harassing several others across the platform. What's shocking is that, unlike Smash Bandicoot, whose harassment of Cartoon Shy eventually ended after 4 long years, Mundoraroxd's situation is still ongoing and hasn't received any real attention. It's concerning how this case hasn't gained traction, even though smaller Roblox dramas usually do. Honestly, people need to start addressing her behavior before it escalates any further. To make matters worse, she was mistaken for Pswa Forever, aka Michael. But that turned out to be an impersonation. She pulled herself a likely an attempt to damage Skyverse's reputation by pretending to be involved with them. Mundoraroxd started out as an extremely obscure and controversial Roblox user with almost no public history to speak of. Somehow, she managed to present herself as a sheep in wolf's clothing within the Skyverse fandom, quietly doing damage while pretending to belong. One of her earliest red flags was claiming she owned Sky by impersonating Michael, before the Skyboy situation even happened, and insisting the account was hers. Yes, that actually happened. We'll come back to that later. To keep this chronological, 2020 was basically a cursed year for micro-celebrities. Smash Bandicoot, Daffy Toons, Willg, the list goes on, and somehow, Mundoraroxd also ended up on the 2020 drama bingo card. Allegedly, this is when she began stalking someone known as Axzellx, aka Axel. From what surfaced, it mainly involved comments on Green Lagakata, and that was a broken bar kind of it at the time. The whole situation felt like the opening scene of a Lego movie, vague, confusing, and unnoticed. No one really knew what happened until it resurfaced years later and gained traction around 2023. And yes, allegedly is doing a lot of heavy lifting here, because she reportedly tried to delete her socials to wipe evidence and quietly vanish like nothing happened. Unfortunately for her, the victims didn't forget. Even more unfortunately, a lot of people chose not to believe them anyway. Instead of questioning the situation, they defended the alleged perpetrator and went straight after the innocent, despite having no real idea what she actually did. If this sounds familiar, it's because we've seen this exact rerun before. This is pure wayyy. Destroy Mario logic at work, spam enough alt accounts, control the narrative, and suddenly reality gets warped. People stop thinking, stop questioning, and just follow whatever version of the story is loudest. It's manipulation on easy mode, and sadly, it works way more often than it should. And if Smash Bandicoot is the wayyy of this whole mess, then Mundoraroxd is absolutely the wayyy. Same energy, different flavor, less power, more spite, lurking in the background, stirring chaos, and causing damage while pretending it's all misunderstood. Wayyy doesn't win, he sabotages. That's the role she plays here. To make it worse, she allegedly started by impersonating Pswa Forever, the Sky account itself. Not a parody, not satire, a straight-up impersonation. And it worked. People believed it. Even the Sky fandom got fooled. Yes, really? Almost nobody noticed. Not even the community most affected by it. That's how the wayyy strategy works. Lie confidently, repeat it everywhere, drown out the truth, and hope people obey before they think. Ready? Because this is just the setup and it only gets messier from here. Everyone knows about the Sky drama, how Sky effectively went to ground zero before later being given another chance under a different owner. And yet, even now, 5 years after everything supposedly died out, people still keep bringing it up. What makes it stranger is that no one actually knows where the original account ended up. At this point, it might as well be a sealed-off scene, erased, inaccessible, and surrounded by speculation. I didn't originally plan to get involved this deeply. I just cared about Sky during that period and wanted to understand what really happened. Metaphorically speaking, I crossed the yellow tape and climbed the fence. And yes, I was there. At one point, a YouTube channel appeared claiming it was the real account. Later, it became clear that it wasn't. It turned out to be a different person altogether. Someone trying to damage the Skyverse's image and mislead others into believing they were Michael. The whole situation felt less like a genuine mystery and more like someone hiding behind a disguise, almost like a fake monster reveal from Scooby-Doo, where one of the creatures encouraged the cowardly dog, someone playing a role, pretending to be something they weren't, until the mask slipped. Not long after that, the channel was deleted as well. Thankfully, I managed to archive screenshots before everything was wiped out and reduced to what's now essentially lost media. I know how this sounds, it feels mysterious, almost like ARG nonsensey, but it isn't. It's just a trail that was deliberately erased. Almost no one truly knows who Mundoraroxd was. Only a handful of people ever did. In the Skyverse fandom, she's practically the equivalent of WD Gastra, someone who vanished completely, leaving behind fragments and unanswered questions, enough to make one person keep digging, trying to uncover what was hidden. That person ended up being me. At the time, I was operating under an undercover account, originally a parody account making memes about Daffy Tunes. That account came from personal conflict and my own experiences involving him and his ex-girlfriend, Monster Bunny, formerly known as Monster Cory. From my perspective, things escalated beyond parody, and I later found myself being framed alongside Monster Bunny over events tied to that fallout. Sorry for the detour, but back to Mundoraroxd. What I managed to archive from that period, a broken bar. You are probably not ready for the screenshots I might show. Basically, Mundoraroxd straight up created a so-called forever YouTube channel and tried to convince everyone it was official. Spoiler, it wasn't. It was an impersonation account, made purely to deceive people and farm attention. And no, slapping the word official on something doesn't magically make it real. That's not how the internet works. Why call it official, you ask? I'll get into that, because I actually managed to archive it before it vanished into lost media territory. Yes, this thing disappeared so fast it might as well have been embarrassed. But before I keep talking, let's pause for a moment and take a look at the footage itself, the stuff most people never got to see before it was wiped. After laying out the evidence I could find linking Mundoraroxd to the Sky drama most people never even heard about, we get to the boldest claim of all. She said she was the real Sky by impersonating Michael. So was it actually official? Short answer:
yes, but actually no.
There are basically two possible ways this could have been faked. Option 1, she somehow gained access to the account and went full cartoon villain like, haha, I own Sky now, try stopping me. This theory isn't impossible, especially since the account later got deleted. A TikTok account called SkyFanPage1, which tracked the Forever account, noted that the profile picture was changed to Attack on Titan at one point as something that could line up with Mundoraroxd. That said, this is pure speculation, nothing here is confirmed, and none of this should be taken as fact. Option 2. The much more realistic explanation that it was photoshopped. Let's be honest. Photoshop is easy, way easier than hacking a known account. People fake screenshots all the time. If I showed you a photoshopped image claiming I owned DM's account, would you believe it? Of course not. One person runs that account, and a fake image doesn't suddenly transfer ownership. So yeah, calling something official doesn't magically make it real. Whether it was a questionable access claim or a lazy edit job, the logic falls apart the moment you apply even a little common sense. At some point, Mundoraroxd apparently got bored of playing I totally own Sky. Trust me bro. So the Forever handle was left to rot like an abandoned Roblox account from 2012. But don't worry, the chaos didn't end there, because who shows up next trying to snatch the imaginary victory crown and declare, actually, I own Sky now. I don't care if there are already 2 owners, so this is my account. Drum roll, please. Enter, Skybot. If that name rings a bell, congrats, you already know where this is going. If it doesn't, don't worry, I can explain. And no, before anyone asks, he's not directly linked to Mundoraroxd's situation. I'm bringing him up as a bonus round, because originally he was going to get his own segment, but this video is already bloated enough, so consider this a quick detour. A little interruption, a side quest, because apparently, when one person drops the I own Sky act, someone else is always ready to pick it up and sprint straight into nonsense territory. Skybot, also known as way too many aliases to list without running out of breath. Seriously, this guy has so many accounts across so many platforms that even fandom wikis weren't safe, and that's saying something. Even Rory didn't go this far when he tried to pull the whole "hi, my name is Rory, I don't own this account, except I accidentally put my name on it, so I guess I still do" routine. For the sake of everyone's sanity, let's just call him Yailc the Mink, since that's the name he used on DeviantArt. Yailc is basically the Skyverse equivalent of Animator 320, and if you know, you know. Animator 320, Matthew Littlemore, is infamous for having a rough art style and creating hundreds of characters that sound impressive until you realize most of them feel copy-pasted with different names, creative on paper, uninspired in practice, and also, yes, very problematic. Yailc somehow manages to be the same flavor of chaos. He's best known for creating Skybot, and I'm just gonna say it, it's not good. His work looks like something you'd stumble across while accidentally clicking an ideas wiki page that reads like a non-existent sequel nobody asked for. It's the kind of thing where you Google it and the first result feels like Fanon from an alternate universe. And then comes the lore gymnastics. He claimed Skybot was a Chinese cartoon from 2003, which is impressive, considering Friday Night Funkin' debuted in 2021. That's not creative liberty. That's time travel without a license. At some point, he even tried to claim the Forever handle and confidently announced, "Yeah, I own Sky now." Number. You don't. Sky is owned by Dawn and Alex, who are perfectly fine with fan projects as long as you follow their rules. Yailc didn't just break those rules, he sprinted past them. It also didn't help that multiple original characters were taken and claimed as his own without permission. That includes Kayla, created by Kayla the wifey of Zarda, who tragically passed away in 2021. Rest in peace, Kayla. People still care about your work, and it deserves respect. Using someone's art without permission is bad enough. Doing it when the creator has passed away is straight up disrespectful. No jokes here, that's crossing the line. Other stolen or misused characters include Brandon, a girlfriend fanboy by Game, Paris, created by Feisman and Lyman, Alexis, by boyfriend Swafroom, Lilac, by Dork. None of these creators gave permission. None of this was okay. And if that wasn't enough, Yailc didn't stop there. He went after fandom wikis, spamming, vandalizing, and raiding pages, then coming back without after out like he was William Afton of the Sky fandom. I always come back energy, but without the irony. So yeah, buckle up because that's just the setup. Like I said before, we've basically made it our civic duty to shove Yailc's wiki rating habits directly in your face, because the pattern is impossible to ignore. Want to read about Madagascar 4? Surprise a Skybodge, looking up a manga wiki to learn about manga? Nope a Skybodge, checking Friday Night Funkin' info? Congratulations, you've unlocked Skybodge again. At this point, trying to read a wiki without stumbling into Skybodge feels like playing a cursed game of Where's Waldo except Waldo is uninvited and keeps rewriting the page. Still not convinced this is just shameless self-promotion? Let's talk about the Skyverse wiki raid. He didn't just edit pages he tried to nuke the entire thing, spamming stuff like delete Skyverse as if Fandom runs on vibes and temper tantrums. Newsflash, it doesn't. Fandom is heavily moderated, and all this did was expose how personal his grudge was. The irony? He hates Sky, yet somehow can't stop inserting Skybodge into everything like a bootleg crossover nobody asked for. It's pure Grinch behavior ruining other people's fun because you didn't get your way. And of course, he doesn't stop there. He spammed forum posts non-stop, hopped between alt accounts like it was Mario Kart time trials, and somehow expected no one to notice. Accounts like ABRedOfficial10, Jukind, and a whole buffet of others easily 10 plus alts total. At that point, it's not even subtle, it's just exhausting. Honestly, it starts feeling like Abigblueworld if she suddenly discovered Skyverse same energy, same wiki vandalism, same surely they won't notice this time mindset. At this point, researching this guy feels like entangling headphones that have been in a pocket for 5 years. My brain hurts, the wiki pages hurt, and I'm begging the universe to let us end this segment already and go back to the Mundoraroxd arcade because somehow that is less confusing. Yeah, let that sink in. After covering how she tried to become the Roblox version of Smash Bandicoot, stalking Axzellx in 2020 and pretending to be Michael returning a Sky, it's clear this wasn't a one-time mess. Michael disowned Sky, handed it to Kitsune Skulls, who was later exposed and vanished, and somehow all three managed to be equally terrible in completely different ways. Impressive. In the worst way. Sky itself almost got dragged into the Shadow Realm, but thankfully survived, a proof that separating the art from the artist actually matters. Now back to the real focus, alt accounts. Did Mundoraroxd change after stalking Axzellx? Number. Not even close. Less than 2 years later, she was still harassing him, repeating the same behavior just like Smash Bandicoot, who also never changed and somehow keeps dodging consequences even years later. It's 2026 now. Both dramas started in 2020. Smash was terminated 2 years ago, yet he's still floating around online. As for Mundoraroxd, that'll come later in Act 4. For now, we're quickly covering the video and screenshots Axzellx provided. I'll summarize it with a slideshow instead of dragging this out. Short, clean, and straight to the point. After years of stalking, harassing, and trying to frame Axzellx in every way imaginable, Mundoraroxd's behavior went far beyond drama and straight into obsession territory. She spammed accusations under popular YouTubers' comment sections just to self-promote, turned out hundreds of alt accounts orbiting one single person, and gave them vile, unhinged usernames obsessing over his face and identity. And yes, there are allegations she even attempted to dox him, because apparently harassment alone wasn't enough. After nearly 5 years of this mess, she didn't suddenly grow or apologize, she just got tired. She stopped touching her Roblox account and started deleting YouTube accounts instead, as if hitting delete magically wipes history. Spoiler, It doesn't. Several accounts are still up, including impersonation ones, because even disappearing is something she couldn't do cleanly. Before fading out again, she created yet another Unicorn Girl 67, which Axzellx archived before it vanished. Another witness, Soft Sunflowers, later spotted Mr_VR_boy, an account impersonating a small gorilla tag creator, yet another related account in a growing pile. At this point, the pattern isn't subtle, it's a signature. And here's the funniest part. Axzellx moved on. He has a girlfriend his own age and confirmed it himself in a video literally titled "Watch this video if you came from the fake out." Translation: he's taken, unavailable, and not interested. Meanwhile, Mundoraroxd is left looking like a terminally online simpay obsessing over a taken man, burning years on alts, impersonation, and harassment, all for zero payoff. No rivalry. No hidden connection, just fixation spiraling into public embarrassment. I'll show a clip next, not because it's necessary, but because the receipts speak louder than the obsession ever could.
I already have a girlfriend! Plus, she's way mature than your racist ass. Speaking of racist, she's black! And she's 19! And her name is... And our age gap is 4 months! Meaning I was born on August 3rd! And was born in December 20th in the same year. So yeah. Sorry. Anyway, see ya.
After that, Mundoraroxd probably depita, but let's not pretend that equals growth. People said the same thing about Smash Bandicoot changing, and look how that turned out. Same playbook, run away, dodge accountability, blame everyone else, repeat. 5 years later, no remorse, no self-reflection, just vibes and excuses. Even Rory didn't stretch it this far. Sockpuppets make it worse, because they're embarrassingly easy to fall for. Flood the room with alts, praise yourself, shout down the victims, and abooma, you've got fake support. She got the attention she wanted by manipulating the narrative, not by being right. Instead of empathy for the people harmed, the crowd got steered into defending the puppet master. That's textbook sockpuppeting. Manufacture support to manipulate public opinion. Did it work? For a minute, yeah, but not for long. You can dodge consequences for a while, not forever. The truth has a way of circling back, especially when the receipts don't disappear. So what's the goal here? Simple. Restore the victim's innocence and shut down the framing. No more letting Smash Bandicoot wannabes rewrite reality without accounts. If this keeps going, don't act surprised when there's a part 2. Accountability doesn't expire. Battle for Dream Island, Countryballs and Geometry Dash are all widely successful communities in their own right. However, the object show community has gained a reputation for toxicity in several cases, especially due to users like Greenamator, another niche figure who gained massive attention by rage-baiting the entire fandom and even faking his own death. There are tons of call-out videos about him, it's honestly insane. You could say Greenamator is like an iceberg, capable of sinking the object show fandom like the Titanic.
Iceberg! Let it!
Drama surrounding object show creators has become so common that it's easy to see why many people believe BFDI has developed a bad reputation. But what if I told you there's someone who blends all three fandoms, BFDI, Geometry Dash, and Countryballs into one messy mix, acting like a multi-fandom version of Smash Bandicoot? Well, too bad. That person actually exists. Most of you probably haven't heard of him, and that's understandable. He's one of the most obscure problematic users, even more so than Mundoraroxd, who's already barely known. What I'm about to explain is arguably worse, though thankfully the drama didn't last long, unlike the 3 other cases we've covered, which are still ongoing. Between April and June 2024, I went through a series of disturbing events involving an angry Countryball fan active across multiple fandoms, including Go Animate, Geometry Dash, and Battle for Dream Island. This individual became known for harassment, stalking, and defamation, targeting people without any clear motive. That person is Rory5689. If you're unfamiliar with the situation, Don't worry, I'll be breaking it down and showing context and sources shortly. With that said, let's get straight to the point. Rory5689, also known as Rory40 or simply Rory, seems to have an identity crisis. He has around 15 alt accounts and has even used different real-life names as aliases, apparently to cover up past actions, which I'll discuss later. He's also deleted content, effectively turning some of it into lost media. His online presence was fairly short-lived, first appearing in 2023. I'll explain his activity chronologically, starting with his odd content before he became a clout-chasing troll. Rory has shown no remorse for his actions, never properly apologized, and didn't hold himself accountable for allegations. Because of this, he ended up being the next Smash Bandicoot of his niche communities. He often compared himself to Smash Bandicoot. And like him, he has been known to stalk and harass one or two specific targets. Rory, if you're watching this, don't bother apologizing. You already had the chance with your half-assed apology video. In 2024, Rory was mainly known for Geometry Dash gameplay videos and his so-called animations. Honestly, his content isn't very good, it's downright lazy. Take his Bloodbath GD meme video, for example. He used overdone sound effects like fire in the hole from a dead meme in an attempt to get views, throwing in random noise. Funny, right? Wrong. Seriously, watch it for yourself, it's painfully forced.
Bro must want a death wish.
Oh, brother, this guy stinks!
Rory can also be a confusing personality. Over time, he seemed to switch personas, claiming to have two sides, and he's hypocritical. He often made rules for himself and immediately broke them, which is why I track a hypocrisy counter. Every time he breaks his own rules, it adds to the count. For example, in his Minecraft vs. Roblox video, he claims Minecraft is better but continues to play Roblox, which he has an account for. That's a clear hypocrisy, and it deserves a counter. See, that's how the hypocrisy counter works. Finally, a spoiler alert, just because someone claims to have left the internet or quit video games doesn't mean they actually did. Rory is still somewhat active, which is a fun fact I'll explore later in the video. Rory's videos are pretty uninspired. Take Poland vs. Bobuxman, for example. It's basically just cock V420's Brew vs. Bobuxman, except he slapped Countryballs onto it. I have no idea why he keeps stealing ideas and other people's content. He's even re-uploaded videos like Mr. Beast made the BFDI by Websforbes without giving credit. The same goes for his FNAF movie, which copies Tomska's official video. You wrote the worst SFF movie ever. That one's a real upload you can find. It's clear that Rory's just trying to get attention through stolen content, but it never works. What makes it worse is that he's also a Go animator, under the alias PaperMariaFan Productions, also known as PaperMariaFan 2014 on Flash themes. He kept posting the same kind of low-effort videos. Ironically, his username is almost identical to a well-known Go animate YouTuber named PaperMariaFan, who actually has way more talent and subscribers than him. Eventually, Rory's account disappeared. Whether he deleted it himself or the staff took it down is unclear. One of his videos from there features Mr. Beast, Donald Trump, and Obama. The concept was stolen straight from Voice vs. AI, a popular YouTube Shorts creator known for funny eye voiceovers featuring US presidents. Rory's version is nearly identical, same dialogue, same story, same setup, except for one awful difference. He used the N-word as a bypass to slip past Flash theme's moderation system. That alone violates their terms of use, specifically the rules against racially or otherwise offensive language and harassment. Somehow, the video's still up, even though it clearly breaks multiple rules. The staff seem to have just left it there to rot. And yes, I've re-uploaded it myself in case it ever gets taken down, though honestly, it's not worth watching. It's not funny at all. Meanwhile, Voice vs. AI's original video is censored, probably to stay monetized and avoid crossing the line. That version works as harmless comedy. Rory's version doesn't, and it's just cringy, especially since it's made in Go Animate style. To show what I mean, I'll compare both versions so you can see the difference.
Alright, I just nuked the whole world. No one is making it out alive.
Jimmy, the word is never.
You racist piece of shit! The word is nugget!
Oh crap.
I just nuked the whole world. Noons is making out alive. Jimmy, the word is naggers.
Hey yo, what the fuck?
You racist piece of shit, the word is nugget. Oh crap. Before we move on to the part where Rory takes things way too far and gets attention for his harassment allegations, there's one last thing I forgot to mention, something I found after finishing the video a bit too quickly. There's this channel called The Anomaly. The owner claims it's not made by Rory5689, but based on what I've seen, it's either one of his friends or someone who knew him pretty well. Like I said before, Rory's online history is confusing as hell. It's like trying to track a ghost who can't stop craving attention or stirring up drama in the worst way possible. One of the videos on that channel is titled message.mp4. Watching it feels like trying to decipher ancient Egyptian hieroglyphs or something. The video rambles about not wanting to hack Roblox, then suddenly shows a link to a random Roblox profile which makes no sense at all.
This is a message from The Anomaly. We are not going to hack Roblox or any video game that we re-associated with. For more information, go to https://worldwideweb.roblox.com/users/4,844,339,830/profile.
I didn't edit this. That's literally how the video looks and sounds. It's easily one of the most confusing things I've come across. Honestly, it gives off-road ARG type vibes. And before anyone says it, I didn't make it just because it uses the same Vegas Pro default font. Apparently, whoever's behind this account still uses Vegas Pro in 2023, so, props for sticking with that, I guess. The next upload from the same channel is called Document. It's just a QR code. When you scan it, it leads to a private Google Doc that says you need access. No explanation, no context, just that. I have no idea what the point was. After that, the channel's owner just gave up. Honestly, the whole thing feels like if a Gravity Falls theory suddenly became real life, and if that's the case, Rory's basically the real-world version of Bill Cipher, full of mystery, chaos, and confusion. I haven't watched the show fully, but I've seen enough theories and lore breakdowns to get the vibe. Anyway, that wraps up Act 1. Rory seems like a somewhat innocent person at first, aside from stealing content and slipping bypassed slurs into his videos. But the next chapter, that's where it gets wild. We'll dive into how Rory completely lost it at becoming a so-called psychopathic troll who tried to hurt people for clout. And honestly, it's kind of hilarious how badly it backfired. Instead of looking like some mastermind troll, he ended up being a total embarrassment and full-on lockout. Just like Smash Bandicoot, yeah, he did awful stuff, but at the end of the day, he's mostly just a walking punchline. Rory fits that same category perfect. After we already talked about how Rory's content isn't that good compared to other lolcows people have found, now we're moving into how Rory seems mentally unstable, even claiming he's the chicken guy from Hotline Miami because he apparently likes hurting other people. Yeah, I wish I was joking. Keep in mind, the screenshot I'm showing here is old, since Rory deleted his Discord account after being exposed, but it's still worth bringing up, because it clearly shows that even though he tried to hide his allegations, everyone already knew what he did. So, you ready? Good. Rory started harassing people in the Go Animate fandom, throwing around baseless accusations, calling people pedophiles and bullies for clout with zero proof. Funny enough, he's the one who bullies people for clout, which makes him a hypocrite right from the start. While updating the script and adding new information, I noticed something important I initially overlooked, and it explains a lot. One of the clearest reasons Rory started harassing people traces back to something he posted himself. In a bid to become a walking controversy magnet, he publicly wrote, "I hate all of you, no context, no trigger, just raw attention-seeking energy." Naturally, people were confused. Like he a broken bar, okay? Who is all of you? What happened? The post was later deleted, but not before someone grabbed a screenshot, which revealed his old display name, PaperMariaFan 2014. That screenshot is crucial. It predates his endless rebranding saga at the Countryballs usernames, the name changes, and eventually settling on Rory like that would magically erase the past. That alone explains his motives. He wasn't reacting to harassment or defending himself. He was lashing out at random people because he openly hates people at his own words, not mine. This also explains why he falsely accused a Flash theme's moderator of being a pedophile, claimed people were bullying for clout, and casually used autistic as an insult for no reason whatsoever. The moderator's response, simply saying no I don't, paired with a confused Eminem reaction image, perfectly summed up how ridiculous and baseless those accusations were. At the end of the day, Rory was chasing attention. Instead of sympathy, he turned himself into a punchline. Once people started clowning on him instead of taking him seriously, he doubled down on rage baiting. Because negative attention was apparently better than none, it didn't stop there. He tried to frame minors as pedophiles over harmless comments with zero bad intent, which already makes zero sense. He also labeled adult users as underage and spread blatant misinformation. One victim was accused of being 10 years old just from making a poll. Another was labeled 7 years old and accused of having a racist profile picture, even though it was just a harmless Xbox gamer pic of a monkey. That's not how racism works. Rory, ironically, beyond limits along with many others, including me, initially thought Rory himself was 10 because of his username PaperMariaFan 2014. That assumption didn't come out of nowhere. Rory repeatedly lied about his age. In 2024, he claimed he was 13. In 2025, after getting exposed and supposedly leaving the internet, he admitted he was actually 14. That puts his real birth year around 2011, meaning the earlier stories were complete fabrications. This is straight up obey Wario, destroy Mario behavior. Rory spread disinformation about himself, claiming he was 10 to use it as a get out of jail free card, and unfortunately, it worked. People defended him without knowing what he was actually doing behind the scenes. Slander, manipulation, stalking, and throwing pedophilia accusations at random people online. And let's be clear, he knows exactly what pedophilia means. He wasn't confused. He wasn't too young to understand. In one instance, he even accused an innocent user who was later confirmed to be 16 at the time of being a 34-year-old in a Discord with a bunch of 4-year-old autistic idiots. The accusation was flat out false, and the person rightly denied it. That kind of statement doesn't come from ignorance, it comes from someone who knows how serious the word is and uses it anyway. Pedophilia isn't a mistake, it's a felony-level accusation that can permanently damage lives and traumatize victims. There's no undo button for that, and forgiveness isn't guaranteed or owed. So no, Rory didn't make a mistake. He knowingly lied, contradicted himself repeatedly, slipped up, and accidentally exposed the truth. Even after that, he kept using misleading usernames to muddy the waters and confuse people further, and somehow, things still got worse. He began stalking his victims and obsessively targeting the same people for roughly 2 months, desperately trying to keep the drama alive and bait reactions. Later in this video, we'll completely dismantle his fake age narrative and show how it was used to catfish, manipulate, and smear people all for attention he was never entitled to in the first place. But it doesn't stop there. Rory kept spreading misinformation about innocent people. Rory also tried to gatekeep GoAnimate, claiming that people who don't make GoAnimate content shouldn't be in certain servers even though his own YouTube channel is mostly BFDI content, which he links right on his Discord. Again, pure hypocrisy. One of the victims even pointed out that Rory only makes BFDI videos, and that he's giving BFDI fans a bad name worse than other problematic OSC members like Greenmater. Instead of just letting it go, Rory escalated things again by commenting "your content sucks" on his victim's video, which is hilarious, considering his own content isn't great either. Then he called the victim an opinion basher, even though he constantly bashes FNF fans and opinions himself. Another hypocrisy point right there. One of his victims called him an average Go kid, which triggered Rory into trying, and failing, to ragebait everyone again. The result, he humiliated himself, got muted in the same server he tried to stir drama in, and rage quit saying "Yep, I'm leaving, F you." It was that easy. The victim basically won the argument without breaking a sweat. For some reason, Rory decided to accuse his own victims of stealing a thumbnail from Cracktail. Like, bro, what? You're acting like solving a Google image search is rocket science. The picture's all over Reddit and Google, meaning literally anyone can use it. You don't own the internet, dude. And here's the kicker: you've stolen content yourself. Yeah, that is the movie clip you used earlier. That's straight up stolen. So congrats, you just friendly fired yourself. Hypocrisy level 100. There's a massive difference between using and stealing. Ever seen Reddit meme compilations? They grab random posts all the time, and nobody loses their mind over it. But in your logic, that means every YouTuber and Reddit reviewer on the planet is a thief. Like, seriously? Free to use or public images don't magically become copyrighted because you saw them first. That's not how the internet works. You're just making up rules because you ran out of arguments. And let's be real, you're not some main character in the legal drama, you're just taking L after L. Skill issue, plain and simple. After everything that happened, Rory actually tried to crawl back into the GoAnimate server like nothing ever happened. The first thing he said, "Let's go, the GoAnimate pedo is banned." Yeah, real mature start. Anyway, the victim's friend wasn't having it and showed an old screenshot of Rory arguing with the victim. Rory replied with, "How does this even relate to what I was talking about?" To which the friend simply told him to F off, and Rory, trying to play the victim again, said, "Okay, you don't have to be the true to tell someone the F off, but now I'm leaving this server." Then the friend clapped back with, "Always leaving this server, eh?" That's when Rory tried to act clever and said, "You always say you're gonna leave the server, but you don't move." A broken bar, except that comeback immediately backfired when the friend dropped screenshots proving Rory had joined and left the server 4 times already. And once again Rory rage quit. The dude folded faster than a paper airplane. Honestly, it's hilarious watching him dip the second things don't go his way. It's like he's terrified of confrontation, or maybe just scared of being reminded how much of a clown he's been. Alright, buckle up, because this part gets even wilder. Rory's behavior hasn't improved one bit. Now we're getting into the part where he allegedly defended a predator named Abigblueworld, and let me tell you, I can barely even find solid info about what went down. All I see are random people pointing out that Abigblueworld is a creep. Like, why? I want to make a quick correction. The whole defending Abigblueworld thing is probably a misconception, since Rory didn't directly defend him, but the way he kept dragging people's opinions when they criticized PGHL made a lot of others think he was defending him. He's even allegedly mentioned in Parlo's video as part of his comeuppance. Still, Rory made a major mistake by going after people who didn't have bad intentions and were simply sharing opinions. He claimed he didn't defend or even know PGHL, yet he's still in a Roblox group made by PGHL himself, which totally contradicts his claim. It's also confirmed that Rory was born in 2011, something he admitted himself, and not 2014 like he said on his GoAnimate account, meaning he lied about his age for clout. That makes him 14 years old in 2025, but sadly, his age doesn't excuse his actions. For context, The ABBW drama started in 2021 when she was 14, and the Smash Bandicoot drama started in 2020 when he was 15. I'm sorry to break it to you, but even if Rory claims he's changed, I don't think that changes anything. I'll be bringing this up very carefully. People also say he's in a Parlo video, but all of Parlo's videos are now privated, so I can't confirm which one. What I can find is a comment Rory left. I can't believe you are defaming people now. I used to support you. Classic Rory, showing his motives. Mad, defensive, but still no excuse for hurting people. And then it gets crazier. Rory targeted another victim named Star Mover. He commented something simple like Battle of Mid on a video, and that tiny comment escalated into full-blown stalking. He used 6 alt accounts to harass Star Mover. Yeah, 6 accounts. That's not creative trolling. That's straight up obsession. Rory tries to manipulate his friend, William58447. Now William into harassing Star Mover too. And what do? They post a pointless, nonsense-filled rant full of slander and misinformation. I have no idea why he felt the need to manipulate his own friends into hating whoever he targeted. Like seriously, Rory, why did you drag William into this and use him like a weapon or some partner in crime to harass Star Mover? William isn't even a bad person at this point. He looks more like your victim than your friend. Manipulation is seriously harmful, and using it as some kind of weapon is a terrible idea. Honestly, it's no wonder you struggle to make friends when you keep creating drama for clout and even try to frame random people. It just makes you look like a bargain bin Smash Bandicoot wannabe with how you keep pulling these manipulative stunts, even though Smash Bandicoot isn't even a relevant topic anymore.
William58447, why are you so angry?
Why am I angry? Maybe because I found out you were accusing random people of being pedophiles with zero proof in Gonimate servers. Oh? And you manipulated everyone, including me, into hating 2 people who literally did nothing. I went on hiatus because of that mess.
Are you still going to be friends with me?
Absolutely not. I thought you were my favorite user. I trusted you. I defended you. And turns out you were just manipulating people and betraying that trust. Whatever this was, it's over. Our friendship is done. Goodbye. Forever.
Why would you betray me like that?
That's not betrayal. That's called consequences. Google it.
I just wanted everyone to hate them instead of me.
And here's the fun part. I'm going to read their nonsense out loud, and then I'll correct it and roast them at the same time. Strap in. 1. He attacked my channel. First off, no one attacked your channel. Those were critics. You man-child. You overreacted like it's the end of the world. Classic behavior. Inflated ego. Delusions of power. Zero self-awareness, and no clue how to handle criticism. Remember when your victim said you only make BFDI content and it made them ashamed to even be a former fan? Yeah, you're giving BFDI, Countryballs, and Geometry Dash a bad reputation. That's why your channel flops, not because people attacked it, but because your content's just not good. 2. He said disgusting things. That proof is worthless. If you're crying over you're a clown, buddy, then congratulations and you just proved their point. But if you're trying to label them as a weirdo again, that's just you defaming innocent people. 3. He used religion for clout. You are a Christian? What does that have to do with anything? Why bring up religion like it's a shield? That's not faith. That's irrelevant deflection, and it honestly sounds like blasphemy if you were just using Christianity for internet drama points. 4. He stole people's videos with no credit. Yeah, coming from the same guy who stole movie clips and re-uploaded them without credit. That's what we call hypocrisy, or as I like to call it, friendly fire. 5. He uses his friends as backup to make him look good. Oh, you mean like how you manipulated your friends into attacking your victims to help you win an argument? Pot. Meat kettle. 6. He defamed me with false accusations. Like, you said, I don't even know him. Yet you went around harassing him with 6 alt accounts and even roped your buddy William into it. So who's lying here? You also said you never commented on their channel, but there's literal proof of you commenting your content sucks. Don't gaslight people and you got caught. You said, I'm not a weirdo or psychopath, hate to break it to you, but your actions say otherwise. You're basically Smash Bandicoot 2.0, stalking people, harassing them across multiple accounts. Same playbook, same outcome. That's textbook weirdo and psychopath behavior. 7. He is a hypocrite. Yeah, you're literally the definition of one. You can't go around accusing others of what you do daily. Honestly, I couldn't even finish reading the rest of that post. It's pure nonsense. It doesn't make sense, it's full of lies, and it's honestly hilarious how unserious it is. You're not exposing anyone, you're just spreading the worst misinformation possible and embarrassing yourself in the process. Apparently, Rory's at it again, manipulating William like a puppet to go after JM, while also dropping yet another pointless call-out rant about entertainment. He's claiming JM said the N-word, which is rich coming from the guy who literally puts bypassed N-words in his own videos. Then he says JM stole videos without credit. Again, projection much. You're the one who's been stealing videos from the start. He also called JM an ally with his so-called detractors. No, Rory, those aren't detractors. Those are critics who are just tired of your nonsense. You still can't handle basic criticism without spiraling into another meltdown, and somehow, he thinks this is some kind of YouTube war. JM himself even said, "You did not win. I ended it because I was worrying about my mental health." That right there shows Rory's delusion. He didn't win anything. He's just embarrassing himself like the full-blown lolcow he's become. What's actually interesting, though, is that JM later made peace with William. Like that old Chinese proverb says, if a bully gives you food, it's surely poisoned. But there's another meaning here too. A bully turned friend can be your ally forever. This whole situation is a good example of that. When you choose to forgive the misunderstood ones, sometimes it pays off. Meanwhile, Rory completely failed at his goal to take people down. He just keeps digging his own grave instead. Because here's the truth. Just because someone made mistakes doesn't give you the right to attack them endlessly. People deserve redemption, something Rory clearly never learned. He claimed he was done beefing with Star Mover, then went right back to stirring drama like nothing happened. Man can't even stick to his own cool down timer. Before we move on, there's one last thing worth mentioning. Rory made another post where he mass pinged people he hates, and, as anyone with common sense would guess, that was a terrible idea. Mass pinging only draws attention, and this time, it backfired hard. The post gained traction and ended up making him face the consequences of his own actions, which, honestly, is kind of satisfying to watch. As usual, he went after the same people, claiming JM harassed William and somehow caused the FSKO collapse. For those unaware, FSKO is apparently some sort of online organization that's constantly at war with itself. I genuinely don't understand the point. Then there's his claim that Star Mover harassed and defamed him, when in reality, he's the one doing the harassing and defaming. Once again, pure hypocrisy. He even brought up old internet groups like ZNTP and UTTP, saying he hates them, yet, on his harassment out account, dead, jump scares, aka at better thing I ran Star Mover. He literally made a UTTP-styled version of Star Mover using someone else's face just to ruin their reputation. That's not just hypocritical, it's crossing a major line. Rory keeps calling everyone else liars and hypocrites while proving he's both every single time. There was also one more victim, but I won't name them since they were later harassed by one of Rory's supporters, so their name stays withheld out of respect. Anyway, Rory accused this person of attacking his channel, but, as we've already established, those are critics, not attackers. They simply pointed out that Rory steals videos and drags BFDI's name through the mud. That post caused a complete uproar. People had enough. Star Mover even commented, "Hey, it seems like you've also dealt with this terrible Uzzball 2050 guy. Any tips? He's been harassing me, lying about me, and taking things out of context to defame me. It's gotten way too far." So the real question is, Did Rory win after framing people and brainwashing others into defending him? For a brief, embarrassing moment, yeah, but spoiler alert, it didn't last, because Rory immediately followed that up with the worst possible move, posting hate about people who did absolutely nothing, then crying about attacks on his channel the second he got criticized. Translation: he can dish it out, but cannot take it. Incredibly, Rory did finally get the attention he wanted by rage baiting everyone and speedrunning how to become unbearable in 3 easy steps. Step 1. Openly admit he just hates people. Step 2. Start throwing out life-ruining accusations like pedophilia with zero proof toward anyone who disagreed with him or breathed wrong. Step 3. When that still wasn't enough, crank it up to full harassment. Things really went off the rails after Abigblueworld films got exposed. People shared opinions like normal humans do, and Rory completely lost his mind. Instead of letting criticism exist, he started lashing out at random users and acting like PGHL personally hired him as a defense attorney. Spoiler, he didn't. There was no paycheck, no badge, just pure second-hand embarrassment. Then came the galaxy brain idea, manipulating his friends, like William, into hating his victims. Truly inspired stuff. Nothing screams I'm innocent like recruiting your friends into a drama you created. Even funnier, this is the exact same playbook Cyan Animate used when he tried to turn people against wayyy. Rory saw the disaster and went, yeah, that's the blueprint. Quick reminder, Rory, manipulation actually messes with people's mental health, but clearly, attention was the real goal. And for a while, he faced zero consequences, not because he was right, but because he's a micro-celebrity and most people didn't see the mess behind the scenes. The victims did. Eventually, people got fed up. After months of slander and nonsense, Rory decided it was a great idea to mass ping people for attention, like he was assembling the Avengers to expose his enemies. Plot twist, it backfired instantly. Here's the irony. Everyone was already tired of his behavior, and one of the victims who jumped into the conversation is literally known for exposing people like Smash Bandicoot, the exact type who make cults, harass critics, spread misinformation, and then act shocked when consequences arrive. So yeah, Rory picked the worst possible person to mess with. At this point, he's not the villain he thinks he is, he's just a clown digging his own grave, and his downfall isn't coming soon, it already happened. After 2 months of non-stop harassment, Rory finally went off the deep end. That's when Star Mover decided to expose him, and in response, Rory released a so-called response video on both his PaperMariaFan 2014 and Duzzball 2050 accounts. In the video, Rory says, "Hello everyone. I would like to say that PaperMariaFan 2014 Productions left those messages, not me." Here's his video admitting it was him and saying sorry, but here's the thing, it's not a genuine apology. Rory is literally talking to himself, trying to blame his own alt account like it's a completely different person. It's so bizarre it's almost funny. Once again, the video backfired spectacularly. It's basically Rory arguing with himself, acting like two people in one body, and thinking that's a solid defense. I'll be showing the video, breaking it down, and roasting it piece by piece because, honestly, this one deserves it. Rory opens his so-called apology video with,
"Hello everyone, I would like to talk about the USBLL 2050 drama. I would like to say I did leave those messages on the Discord server, and for that."
Hold up, where? Because I don't see any of that. If it's on your own server, sorry. Nobody cares, and let's not forget, you can't even rejoin the server you caused chaos in. So what are you even talking about?
It was a stupid mistake I did, and we all make mistakes at some point. I would also like to say that I don't own the Duzzball 2050 account.
So, you don't own the account, yet you literally admit you're Rory in the description? Make it make sense. Then you try to play the victim card, saying, "It's disgusting how that person believes it's still me just because me and Duzzball 2050 have the same first name." Come on, Rory, you made a grave mistake. Everyone knows it's still you. Your Discord vlogs show you linking your PaperMariaFan account, the same one that posted a bypassed slur video. Flash Theme somehow didn't take it down. But that doesn't make your excuse any less pathetic. You're awful at line A at this point. It's almost a skill issue. If you want to keep lying, go ahead, at least you're consistent. Yeah, you apologized to a few people you hurt, but you conveniently skipped over Star Mover, who you literally mention in the description. I'll skip that part too, since it's just another round of self-pity and filler. Then you end it with,
he is just my fan. I am also sorry to him for bring him into a stupid drama that was my fault. I will take full accountability for my actions, and the last words I'm going to say to the Golemade Discord.
That was you! That was you! Our pizzas are fresh! You took that bite! You're trying to con us! Chuck E. Cheeses! Chuck E. Cheeses! Chuck!
You're all ungrounded. Anyways, goodbye for now. This is Paper Marathon 2014 Productions here. Signing out.
This isn't an apology, it's a performance. You're not taking accountability, you're just blaming yourself in circles without ever addressing what you actually did wrong. Honestly, it makes the Travis Scott apology video look like a cinematic masterpiece. After doing the so-called Kowalski analysis, yeah, it's nice that Rory managed to say sorry to some of his victims, not all of them, after falsely accusing random people online for absolutely no reason. But the moment you actually watch the apology, it completely falls apart. It's half-assed, poorly put together, and barely qualifies as an apology at all. This isn't an apology video, it's a guilt-tripping pity reel. Instead of owning up to anything, he turns it into a sympathy grab, blaming out accounts while conveniently using those same alts to defend himself. You can literally watch him lie in real time while avoiding the actual allegations like they're landmines. Rather than fixing anything, he just detonated his reputation even harder. No amount of sorry helps when you're this bad at defending yourself. Then comes the comedy gold. He claims he doesn't own Uzzball 2050, yet casually admits his name is Rory in the description. Yeah, totally not suspicious. We've already covered his trust me, bro defense where he insists he's not behind these accounts, but the moment you look at his messages before he wiped everything, the story collapses instantly. We already talked about how he used to be Paper Marathon before switching identities multiple times, different names, different years, same person. He straight up lied about not owning the Paper Marathon account on his main profile that also had Rory's name, a broken bar, only for it to turn out that, surprise, it was his. You can literally see him posting that infamous Donald Trump video on it, and what really gave it away, him admitting his name is Rory while changing his Discord account multiple times, something he previously swore he never did. Do you seriously think this is a Superman disguise situation? Like, you change your name and suddenly nobody notices? My guy, your camouflage is awful. You might as well build a secret hideout and slap a flashing neon sign on it that says Rory. You didn't hide anything, you just made it easier to catch you. Claiming you don't own these accounts doesn't change reality. You made them to excuse your actions. Using the same name doesn't magically separate you from them or those accounts. At this point, it's obvious. Multiple aliases, countless alt accounts, and zero ability to deny anything convincingly. What is this? Kingdom Hearts. You don't get a Sora and Drox's loophole where you're somehow two different people. That's not how reality works. You're still you. And let's be real, the only person here making alt accounts just to defend himself is unironically Rory. He keeps saying I take full accountability like it's a magic spell, while doing the exact opposite. Dodging responsibility, deleting evidence, and refusing to actually address what he did. We're not stupid, Rory. You can't gaslight your way out of this. Trying to brainwash people into supporting you doesn't erase the damage, it just adds another layer to the mess. And this is where the pattern becomes obvious. Take Abigblueworld, now known as Gruxpin. She tried to move on without properly apologizing, and it backfired because she kept making alt accounts, which still violates those. Even the admins called her out for harassment and impersonation. The damage she caused was irreversible, she couldn't fix it no matter what. Same with Smash Bandicoot, he made around 300 alt accounts, abused the copyright system, and YouTube finally terminated him. So, What about Rory? He's following the exact same path, making out accounts after 2 months of harassment and defending a predator? That's not redemption, that's self-destruction. No wonder every time he tries to change, it instantly backfires. After posting his half-assed apology, Rory still showed no remorse or self-reflection for his actions. Instead, he decided to rebrand his account to disabled account before deleting it entirely, basically giving up after getting exposed. Most of his accounts were wiped, though a few still remain scattered around. Following his downfall, people finally started acknowledging his behavior, pointing out how he had defended Films, a known predator featured in one of Parlo's videos, though it's unclear which one. Meanwhile, Rory's victims discussed how disgusting it was that he'd defend PGHL at all, and called out others who supported him. Honestly, I agree, who in their right mind defends someone who's done something that vile? Even Rory's friends admitted he wasn't a good person and understood exactly why he deleted his account. He might have vanished from the internet, but the aftermath of his actions still lingers, and people haven't forgotten what he did. After facing his consequences, Rory found himself in a position where it was far too late to apologize and the damage was already done. One of his victims summed it up perfectly. Remember me, you can't leave. Rory, the past still lingers behind you. And that's the truth, people will never forget what he did, no matter how many times he tries to come back. He once had a wiki page, but it was quickly deleted after he was exposed online, clearly an attempt to hide his allegations. But as always, people found out anyway. Interestingly, his page still exists on William's wiki. On Minitubia, under his fandom account SpongeBob69420, Rory tried to vandalize his own page, replacing it with just a moss who does stupid things. It was reverted shortly after, and his account got blocked. I wish I had screenshots of it, but from memory, it was obviously him. The same user later recreated the page, which confirms it had to be him. The info even mentions he returned to the internet allegedly. Rory is like the elephant in the room, refusing to address his allegations while trying to erase his past by taking down his own wiki page to silence any trace of it. But eventually, the elephant can't hide forever, and whether he likes it or not, he ended up admitting part of it. Years after the drama had mostly died out, Rory was allegedly exposed again for bullying another person back in 2024, which indirectly confirms that he knew what he did. Despite this, he still never properly addressed his actions or took accountability for what happened. Much like Abigblueworld, he tried to start fresh, but without ever apologizing to the people he hurt. And now, circling back to when he returned to YouTube, he came back seemingly without bad intentions. Yet the damage had already been done. Spoiler alert, he actually did adjust under a different alias to avoid getting caught. Despite his inexcusable behavior, he tried to appear like he had changed. And yes, I managed to find some of his new socials after he supposedly left. Now, before you ask, I'm not sharing them. Like I said in the disclaimer, going after him doesn't make you a better person. Rory did try to move on, but that doesn't erase what happened. You can still view his old, inactive accounts, but don't harass him on his newer ones. As mentioned earlier, many people began acknowledging Rory's behavior, especially how he defended PGHL while attacking other people's opinions. Later, he tried coming back under the username Dutchlands, and the first comment on that account was made the same day it was created. This time, at least, he didn't stalk Star Mover. Not long after, he created another account, a Dutchlands Reboot, but, unsurprisingly, it went inactive too. Rory stayed quiet for a while until returning to YouTube, once again using the same name as his Roblox account. It's now private, but he does seem calmer these days. It looks like he might have learned his lesson after getting exposed, even though he still never apologized to his victims and hasn't taken accountability for his actions. He's also no longer the toxic Countryballs, Geometry Dash, or Battle for Dream Island fan he once was, probably realizing how badly he embarrassed those communities. Now he's apparently a Kanye West fan. I know that sounds like a bait account, but it seems he just likes the music, not the man. and that's fine. You can admire the art without supporting the artist. Still, no matter how much he tries to change, his past continues to shadow him. Everyone deserves redemption, but only if they take responsibility for their mistakes. People like ABBW, Rory, and Smash Bandicoot never took those proper steps. Rory could have shown genuine remorse for both of his victims. That alone would have been a good start. He wouldn't be entitled to forgiveness, but that's how it works when you hurt others. Instead, he made 15 alternate accounts, one of which he used to fake an apology video while pretending to be someone else. It backfired horribly as the apology was denied, and Rory wasn't forgiven. He's still accountable for everything he did. And honestly, he should stop framing people. Before wrapping this up, there's one last detail I want to mention. Rory somehow became a wayyy variant called Rory's. It's basically an inverted version of Mario, similar to Photo Negative Mickey. This character could very well be based on him. It ties back to the theory that Mario characters might have real-life parallels, just like the Wario apparition creepypasta, which yearly coincided with real events linked to Smash Bandicoot, the so-called real-life Wario. If that's true, then maybe Willg was Frankensteined too. The wayyy challenge may have changed drastically, and Rory's could be the haunting result of After watching the last 2 months unfold, it's painfully clear Rory is a lost cause. None of this was accidental, from copying Smash Bandicoot, Cyan's World cartoons energy, to non-stop harassment, manipulating his friends, and throwing around pedophilia accusations with zero evidence. Every move was deliberate. As expected, he tried to quietly crawl back online like nothing happened. I'm convinced he vanished from Roblox the second my video dropped, but it was already too late. The victims spoke, the receipts were public. You don't get to close that door once it's blown open. Being upset over films or Parla does not give you a free pass to harass people or accuse them of things they didn't do. Disagreeing with opinions isn't justification for becoming a public menace. What's wild is that people still support him. He's rebranding and pretending he's changed. But accountability doesn't vanish just because you change usernames. And yes, the age line matters because it was central to his manipulation. Rory admitted he's 14 after years of claiming different birth years: 1945, 2010, 2011, 2014, even nonsense ones. He wasn't honest, he just lost track of his lies. People defended him because they thought he was 10. That misinformation actively harmed his victims. Being a minor doesn't excuse deliberate harm. Lying about your age doesn't make you innocent. We've seen this before. Age didn't excuse Greenamator, Crystalslaw, Captain Charisma, or Smash Bandicoot. It doesn't excuse Rory either. This isn't kids being kids. This is someone knowingly manipulating people and weaponizing serious accusations, then hiding behind age when consequences show up. Forgiveness has to be earned, and Rory never earned it. No real remorse, no accountability, just running, rebranding, and playing the victim. As Master Wayyy said, there are no accidents. Rory chose this again and again. The priority now is simple: protect the victims, stop false accusations, and hold Rory accountable. Innocent people deserve innocence, and accountability still matters. After I covered the more infamous problematic figures like Smash Bandicoot, who already has 20 drama videos to his name, you'd think others would have their own callouts by now. But people like Mundoraroxd, Abigblueworld, and Rory barely have any major videos exposing them outside of their wiki pages. So let's talk about a different case, a fairly well-known problematic user who's infamous in exactly one fandom. I'm talking about SlashterYT. Most people outside the GoAnimate community have no idea who he is, but inside that fandom, he's basically treated like a wanted criminal. He's gone by more aliases than Rory ever did, names like Willg8686, Blastoise Network, Jaren the Nidoking, and honestly way more. The guy rotates usernames like he's in witness protection. Now, here's the thing. His older history is messy, but we can't fully trust a lot of it. The wikis about him are broken bar questionable, to put it nicely. They're filled with misinformation, unsourced claims, slander, and even leaked private info. Somehow Google still shows them on the first page like nothing's wrong. So instead of relying on those train wreck archives, I'm sticking to his more recent history the last year or two. Anything from around 2020 and earlier might as well be lost media at this point. Slashter originally popped up as a Mugen player and someone who made YouTube poops, yes, even the bizarre Nikocado Avocado ones. He also dipped into GoAnimate content, but once his drama got worse, most of his videos vanished to avoid backlash. Still, his old Discord messages live on, and anyone who remembers him can easily forward them, which is exactly why those messages keep resurfacing. At one point, he even made a now deleted GoAnimate video about Smash Bandicoot, a broken bar, while acting exactly like a Smash Bandicoot clone himself, allegedly using tons of alt accounts just like him and Abigblueworld. His behavior honestly felt like playing Arthur Morgan on low honor, just mashing the antagonize button non-stop. He would shove himself into conversations, asking pointless questions and pestering people for no reason. I'm going to show a compilation of his nonsense. Sometimes it's so ridiculous it's funny, but other times he pushes it so far that it crosses straight into full-on annoyance. Geez, this guy really loves picking fights with random users and ranting non-stop about GoAnimate. I used to act kind of like him, but most of his old content is basically lost media now. The links still exist, but the videos don't play anymore. Allegedly, he tried spreading misinformation about Flash themes, especially on that now deleted page from the trashy Vyond wiki, which you can still find on the Internet Archive. He tried fearmongering people into avoiding Flash themes by claiming it collects and sells your data. which is just a broken bar. Not true. Everything uses data. Ever heard of cookies? YouTube, TikTok, Twitter, Roblox, whatever, they all have them. That doesn't mean they're selling people's identities. That's not how it works. The real reason he got banned from Flash Themes was because he deleted his Go Animate YouTube channel, and that channel is where the video that caused all the backlash originally was. Once he nuked it, all the context vanished. Allegedly, the video in question showed Donald Trump winning the election while Kamala Harris gets mad, gets arrested, and the video jokes about resisting arrest. Yaha, broken bar, not exactly a great idea. Blastoise thought it was harmless at first, but the moderation team disagreed. They took the video down and banned him. Then he came back with a new account and made an apology video, which means yes, he committed ban evasion. And honestly, his apology was even more pathetic and guilt-trippy than Rory's. And that's saying something. The damage was already done, but he acted like everyone should just forgive him anyway. I'll show the video and react to it, but just be prepared. He uses the exact same TTS voice, Joey, so it's going to sound like I'm arguing with myself. Might be a little funny. Well, hello there, Dillo here. It's Jay told me to make this apology video as a proposal for an unban, so here I go. Jay told you what? Did Jay materialize out of the void like, go apologize, little man? Why do you talk like a NPC in a tutorial mission? I apologize for making that Donald Trump winning the election video. I know most of you like Harris more than Trump, but, bro, WHO is most of you. Flash Themes users aren't out here debating politics. They're busy making grounded videos about Yailc stealing cookies. Nobody cares about Trump versus Harris, they care that you made a resisting arrest haha funny joke like it was a TikTok skit. Additionally, I am sorry for criticizing the site and its lack of features. I just wanted Flash Themes to improve, and not become a war zone. Let's be for real, Flash Themes was meant for creativity, not spamming low-effort grounded videos. Then why were you in the trenches arguing about grounded videos like it was the Treaty of Versailles? You were in there typing paragraphs like Flash Themes was your country and grounded videos were invading your borders. I wanted the site to be based on creativity anyway. And also I'm sorry for being stressed out and negative all the time. You guys always get upset over the littlest thing. Oh please, people didn't get upset over little things, they got upset because your content was Rory level subpar but with extra seasoning of nonsense. That's on you. Such as me criticizing the problems of the site. Criticism is meant to improve the site. That's not criticism. That's not even feedback. That's trash talking while throwing digital furniture. You think yelling this site sucks? 1. Is constructive? Bro thinks he's Gordon Ramsay of Go Animate, and if it weren't for that trashy Vyond Videos wiki page about Flash Themes, this site wouldn't have been improved at all. Oh yeah? Funny how you forgot to mention you edited that wiki page yourself. Congrats. You improved the wayyy broken bar, but Flash Themes remains unbuffered, untouched, unaffected, still vibing. And besides, I wanted Flash Themes to not become another shitty platform for kids to spam low-effort stuff. It literally is a platform for whatever people want. If kids wanna make Yailc gets grounded for breathing, that's their right. You're not the creativity police. You're just guilt-tripping because people didn't worship your videos. This is me, signing off. Signing off? Where have I heard that before? A broken bar. Flashbacks to Rory's apology where he ends with the same line.
This is Paper Mariafin 2014 Productions here. Signing out.
Yes, the Go Animator apology template has since strikes again. These dudes really love copy-pasting each other's downfall arcs. Both of you did the same thing. A sense harassment, a sense a million out accounts, a sense running from accountability, a sense the classic I'm sorry you got offended vibe, a sense scripted apology. Bro, you were literally living a Spider-Verse canon event. History repeats itself because you refuse to stop pressing the same stupid button. Dude, your history, and not even interesting history, you're a rerun on a channel nobody watches. Years later, after his whole drama saga finally flatlined, this dude tried to come back like a discount phoenix rising from the Walmart fire pit. New account, new attitude, claiming his old one got hacked. Sure bro, And my toaster is the Zodiac Killer. He tried reaching out to people he hurt, expecting a Disney Channel redemption arc. But nobody bought it. His reputation was so cooked you could serve it at a barbecue. And surprise, his fresh start backfired instantly. They banned him anyway. No forgiveness, no second chances. Not even a coupon for 10% off. After months of arguing, rambling, and trying to rewrite history like a budget conspiracy theorist, it was already too late. It honestly proves the most basic lesson on the internet. If you harass people with a file of alt accounts like you're speedrunning how to lose friends any %, you will nuke any trust you had left, even if half the evidence is lost to time. And yes, the research is messy, but it doesn't matter. The guy is still a drama magnet, pulling chaos toward him like he's made of metal, and the internet is one big drama fridge. Same energy as Rory. Honestly, both of them see a peaceful community and go, oh cool, time to start a fight for no reason. Oh boy. Here we go, another niche problematic user who somehow managed to become infamous only inside the GoAnimate community and absolutely nowhere else on the internet. Like, imagine being so chaotic you can't even go viral for it. His history is a broken bar, honestly hilarious, but not in the haha comedy way, more like watching someone repeatedly slip on the same banana peel. He wasn't even an attention-seeking cyberbully chasing clout, he was just a walking embarrassment, a community nuisance. The kind of guy people point at and go, bro, what are you doing? And unlike Rory, whose chaos was at least partially accidental, this guy made one single catastrophic, reputation-obliterating mistake that blasted him straight into exile. And of course he tried coming back without accounts like a raccoon sneaking back into the trash can after being shooed away. Yes, I'm talking about SpongeBob Comedian 2002. If you were ever in the GoAnimate fandom, you probably know him or at least heard the legends. He's basically a budget lolcow, a discount Smash Bandicoot, a side-grade Rory, and just another pathetic troll in the big bargain bin of online disasters. And trust me, broken bar, you are absolutely not ready for this mess. SpongeBob Comedian 2002, also known as a broken bar. Oh boy, here comes the list. SpongeBob Fanatic 2002, SpongeBob Dude 2002, SpongeBob Fan 2002. A broken bar. This man has more SpongeBob variants than Nickelodeon has spin-offs. And I'm sorry, but this has to be the most unoriginal username lineup I've ever seen. Why name yourself SpongeBob? You realize if you type SpongeBob into any search engine, you won't find him, you'll find the cartoon, the memes, the merch, the cursed fanarda, everything except this dude. It's like naming yourself just SpongeBob. Do you even know how many results you get from that? You'd be buried under millions of search results. It's confusing as hell. At this point, if I say SpongeBob Comedian 2002 3 times in front of a mirror, he'll probably spawn behind me like some GoAnimate Bloody Mary. And of course I'm not researching some random guy named after a kitchen sponge. Sigh, a broken bar. But I guess the reason his name is like this is because he's not actually trying to copy the cartoon. Nope, his history is just that confusing, so buckle in if this one's a ride. Before SpongeBob Comedian 2002 detonated his own reputation and transformed into a walking drama alarm, he actually existed peacefully on GoAnimate Wiki under the name SpongeBob Fanatic 2002, and Mana Broken Bar. His page is unintentionally comedic gold. For some reason, this fossilized profile sat untouched from 2017 all the way until someone randomly updated it. The only thing that changed? His age. He went from 14 to 23, and the rest of the page is stuck in ancient cringe amber. His dislikes list is the funniest part. It's literally just Family Guy, American Dad, The Cleveland Show, Bob's Burgers, King of the Hill, basically every adult cartoon that's ever played on Fox at 8 p.m. Like he a broken bar, bro. What happened? Did your parents unplug the TV mid-episode? Did they throw the remote at you? Did you hear Peter Griffin swear once and get sent to timeout? Honestly, it doesn't even sound like your problem, just strict parents doing strict parent things. But here's the plot twist. His profile picture is Roger the Alien from American Dad, a broken bar. a show he swore he hated. So either he was lying, confused, or he has the worst brand consistency of all time. The page never got updated, so it's safe to call it what it is. Peak hypocrisy through negligence. While he did changed his opinion in 2023, but that still doesn't explain why he liked American Dad enough to make Roger his mascot back in 2017. Right after the page was created. We're talking multiverse level timeline errors. Why was the account abandoned? Because he moved on to a shock of the century. SpongeBob Comedian 2002. Where he's still active today. A broken bar, but now with a default profile picture for some reason. Somehow his old profile had more personality. I also found his Mroz account on Loathsome Characters wiki under the same old username, like he didn't even try to hide it. And when you look at his fandom activity today, it's just him rambling about why he was banned from Flash themes and the community in general. But why was he banned? Well, a broken bar, that's where the timeline jumps 6 years forward. And as I already mentioned earlier, his entire online history basically didn't exist until around 2023. So buckle up, because the next chapter gets even messier. SpongeBob Comedian 2002 saga begins with the broken bar tap dancing. Yeah, out of everything in the world, his whole personality revolved around tap dancing. He kept asking people if they were interested, and a shocker, nobody was. He was the sole survivor of the tap dancing fandom, desperately begging GoAnimate to add a tap dancing emote like it was some kind of world-changing update. People noticed his obsession, roasted him, and some even joked he had a fetish for it. But that wasn't even the big problem. Then he made one catastrophic, reputation-nuking mistake that basically caused him to speedrun cancel % in under 10 minutes. He posted a video titled "Here's a Song to Get to Know About Me." Not gonna lie, the video is unintentionally hilarious. He tried deleting it to avoid backlash, but the internet was already mashing Ctrl+S like it was a rhythm game. Too late, Tabooma archived forever. I even roasted the video myself. Maybe I'll upload the raw version later. From the video, we learn he was 21 back then, meaning he's about 24 now, and a broken bar. Bro's life story in that video was like a documentary filmed by Adult Swim at 3 a.m. He claims his job is volunteering, animating, voice cloning, and gaming. My brother in Christ, those are hobbies. He is unemployed, which sadly turned him into a full-blown GoAnimate lockout. He wanted to be a famous YouTuber broken bar, but he literally cancelled himself mid-campaign. Tap dancing was his guilty pleasure, but honestly nobody cared about that. The real disaster. He labeled LGBT as a pet peeve, and openly admitted he was homophobic. That alone detonated the entire fandom. He got banned everywhere. He tried apologizing, but homophobia isn't something you undo with a simple sorry, which in fact the damage has already been done. So, the big question: did he finally vanish from the internet after self-destructing? Plot twist. Hell number. He somehow dodged the cancel bullet like he was in the Matrix, leaned back, avoided consequences, and just kept going like nothing happened. He's still around, still posting, still acting like he didn't nuke his own career. This whole story is a roller coaster with no seatbelts, a wild ride from start to finish. Eventually SpongeBob Comedian 2002 came back like having a second life, like nothing happened. So he tried making a character out of Valerie Rocky, and you'd think he changed, right? Like maybe he'd calm down, touch grass, discover a new hobby? No. He kept begging people to talk about tap dancing and this Valerie Rocky person he's obsessed with for reasons known only to him and maybe 3 ghosts. He was dropping walls of text like he was speedrunning a keyboard endurance test. Naturally, this led to a surprise. People locking him by copy-pasting his rants but replacing the speaker with whatever random character they could find. Nick Cheesy, some stickman stock image dude, probably a toaster next. It's honestly sad watching him get clowned for being desperate for characters and topics no one asked for. Like bro really wants a discussion on tap dancing and Valerie Rocky so badly, but nobody knows who that even is. It's like watching someone try to start a book club for a book that doesn't exist. He acts like the protagonist of a cursed green text of the Wario one where Steven is obsessed with Wario and everyone else is just confused. That's literally him. He tried bringing up Rory5689 again and then got mad like, I can't believe you guys aren't into Rory5689. Dude, a broken bar. People have different preferences. This isn't a cult initiation. He did try to apologize, saying, I'm sorry guys, for obsessing over Rory5689 and tap dancing, because I found out that not many people are not into tap dancing like they used to, and Rory5689 is a real person, and I shouldn't talk about her in front of you guys. Nice try, but it didn't work. People kept clowning on him anyway, and he rage quit the server on the spot. Then, somehow, he showed up in another server and asked, are you still mad at me? Someone replied, yes. Cue the immediate meltdown. I'm out of here. Screw you guys. And another rage quit. So yeah, he kept getting locked out because he basically turned himself into a walking punchline. And then a plot twist, he made a new account. Did he finally change, mature, reflect on his actions? Of course not. He claimed he changed, then instantly went back to being a nuisance, annoying everyone like it was his full-time job with unpaid overtime. He came back again, at this time under the name SpongeBob Comedian is back. Very subtle. Someone quickly pointed out he'd made 9 alt accounts, and he straight up admitted it himself. Yes, to avoid getting banned, because apparently ban evasion is just a hobby to him. He went right back to rage baiting and making pointless threads, picking fights, and being annoying on purpose. Eventually, people gathered receipts, multiple alts, ban evasion, non-stop nuisance behavior. Surprise, he got banned. Did he quit this time? Of course not. He returned again as SpongeBob Dude 2002, dropped another apology, admitted he caused problems, and even acknowledged that he acts like he's 5 despite being way older. The wild part? He actually has self-awareness. He knows he's annoying and he just doesn't care. He openly admitted he wants attention. Naturally, he got muted, and instead of reflecting, he completely lost sight of blaming everyone else like a cartoon character meltdown. Dude was built like Donald Duck, literally going, oh, phooey, that does it. I got banned on Flash themes. So what did he do next? Exactly what you'd expect. Made another account, and not even discreetly, he straight up admitted that was the plan. Then, shocker of the century, he got banned again, and again, and again. Eventually, he was banned from pretty much every server that recognized his very subtle username pattern. By this point, after 10 plus alt accounts, he didn't gain fans, credibility, or redemption. He gained infamy, not as a creator, but as a walking cautionary tale. People started name-dropping him as a warning label. Don't act like a SpongeBob Comedian 2002 wannabe. Congrats, you're no longer a person, you're a PSA. His name basically became shorthand, right up there with Abigblueworld and Smash Bandicoot clones. He even earned comparisons to the next Blastoise, another serial alt account enjoyer. Same playbook, ban evade, abuse alts, act surprised when it backfires, repeat, and summa instead of stopping. He escalated. He got mad enough to send a death threat. Yeah, that was the final nail. Absolutely galaxy brain decision. Nothing says please take me seriously like crossing the one line that guarantees nobody ever will. So yeah, no wonder people still name drop you. You didn't just become infamous, you turned yourself into the tap dancing, attention-seeking boogeyman of the community. Ever heard of accepting consequences? Because everyone we've covered seems to break out in hives the moment accountability shows up.